Hello. 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 And welcome back to Cinnamon Leaf ASMR and Baldur's Gate 3. We are here in the early morning, all well rested now, ready for the day. I think we're sticking with our team of Astarion, Gale, and Karlak. That is my go-to team. I think it's pretty popular, although I think people swap out Gale for someone else. I just love this setup. I think it works well. And I think it actually also works well with us as a druid. We have like straight up fighter, not a fighter class, but like caster versus fighter. So non-caster, full caster, more fighter, and we're like, although kind of castery sometimes, and we're like a mix. I think it works well. So last time I talked about how we're kind of done with the Blighted Village. I think we are. Let's look at that map. I think we're kind of done. There's some stuff up here I would like to connect, but that can also rest because there's not much up here, I think. Or we can do that first. I'll think about it a little bit more. Goblin campus over here, we already saw that, but there is something we should... Interesting, this is not where the Goblin camp is, that's an entry, but we still have the thing with Koga open, so I think we might want to do that today. So travel more downwards, and then maybe go back to the Emerald Grove and deal with Damon, and let us kill Koga. Damon, and deal with the Hellion's Heart, which is that we found some metal to fix Karlak's engine further. So let's try that. I guess let's have a little walk. Do we want to go back there? I guess it is beneficial for this up here, so let's just go there. Let's just get that out of the way right now. Nice, we haven't gone here. This is for connecting. Nice. Let's check out over here. I remember there's something here that we might want. If we succeed some checks, or... oh, we don't have to succeed anything. There's a mysterious hole with some stuff in it. We're immediately encumbered. That's great. I'm gonna send some stuff to Karlak. We picked up an oil lamp. The sides of this brass lamp are shinier than the rest, as if they've been repeatedly rubbed. A scimitar and a curious book that feels light and strangely hollow. There's wine in it. There's wine in it, but it's a book that's a container, so this is great for keeping actual books or spell scrolls in it. I usually actually put books in it because it's great for inventory organization. So that's why we're like, see, you can just put all the books in here, and then you can just go like, hey, let me put my books away, and you just pick up this one book. I think all of these are books. Let's put them away. Nice. See our inventory immediately way nicer. Let's do that. Nice. We have several other things that we can use as, like, this is already our potions and stuff pack, and we can use these backpacks for further organization if we want. For now I'm good with this. I'll put some of the weapons on Karlak too, though, so that we can more easily carry stuff that we find. We already saw the other end of this bridge at some point, but we can just complete this area so that it looks better on the map. It's saved because this is a transition to a different area. Let's see if there's something. This looks like a prime camping ground. But I don't think there's anything over here. I think this is just to like see that the goblin camp is over here. And down here we saw these two bones, two skeletons of the harper and the druid from the Emerald Grove. So that's where we got that political information that they worked together. Thank you, Gale, for being good at survival for some reason. Garlic should be better at survival than he is, I think. But who knows? No, not bad. Not bad at all. Now, let's go over here. Let's ignore that thumping noise for now. There is mugwort up here. Mugwort? I forget how to pronounce it. A cauldron and a cutting board. I don't know why I picked those up. Those are heavy. And a rotten fish. Okay, so someone was eating up here. There's roasted meat.
A feast fit for an ogre. You notice a peculiar dagger protruding from the tough, leathery meat.
Cool. Let's see what we're good at. We're not good. Or we are. We have high dexterity, sleight of hand. Strength is terrible. Investigation is probably also... It's even worse. So let's do sleight of hand. We carefully wiggle the dagger until it slides free. I'm gonna save. I don't know how many inspirations we have, if any. We can add a bonus from guidance. It's actually really fun that we both have guidance. Gale has it from the necklace, I'm pretty sure. Why not? Let's cast guidance. Perfect, we didn't need it at all. It's a critical success, but it's still great. Because guidance is a cantrip and we don't need any spell slots.
Your cautious method pays off. The dagger glides smoothly out of the mystery meat.
Cool. Got a cool dagger. Nice. And now we can give that dagger to Astarion, because I think he needs it more than we do. He has a short sword, the steel forged sword, and a normal dagger, so why not use the better dagger? Come on. It's 2 to 5 damage. It's just a little improvement, and it looks very cool. Nice. It looks coolest when he has 2 short swords on his back. Also, this is just a pretty dagger. Nice. Now, I know what's in here. Obviously, I've played the game, and I know that there's very few ways to deal with this without some negative outcome. One of them would be to send everyone other than Astarion back home. Or we'll just have a little fight, or whatever. We'll look at it in a second. We'll see what happens. It's not that important. We can also walk around it. Interesting. Forget about that. Let's have a little walk. See what's back here. Don't think there's anything, but I don't think you can even go down here, so I wonder what the point of this area back here is. Not that it's not pleasing to the eye, but I sometimes wonder if these spaces are meant for like different combat or something. Okay, let's say hi at the door.
As you approach, a guttural scream and a succession of quick bangs rattle the door. Then a low moan. Someone, or something, is having a bit of fun.
No one said anything, which is funny. I think if you only have Astarion out with you, he will be like, let me open the door. I think we'll just leave them be. How about that? I think that's a peaceful option. Yeah, there's people having fun in there. But look at the map, how beautiful. All filled out. We still have the stuff at Thorizon Road, I also just remembered, but I think we'll go down here today. As I said, either, oh hello, last episode or this one, I actually don't remember. Let's leave. Let us leave and go in this direction.
Still breathing.
and I'll just follow. Like, you see how Astarion has the short sword on his back and the dagger on his side? It looks really cool if he has them crossed like we have our scimitars. It actually also looks really, really cool on us as a small character with the huge scimitars. That's just fun.
Something good here, I hope.
A bow. I think we were in this building. Hello? The camera doesn't like me today. Yeah, that's that apothecary. We were in here. Okay, let's go further this direction. Hello, my guy. Let's read the signpost.
Moonhaven.
Exactly. This town is called Moonhaven. And look how pretty and absolutely non-scary it looks down here. Let's see. Let's explore a little. Oh, look at those. That's so cute. It looks entirely non-scary. Nothing scary down here at all.
Mind if I do?
Some mugwort. And some more mugwort. And this now is getting close to the goblin camp. If you go back up here, this is also another entrance to Moonhaven. We're not going there. Let's turn around. This is also a way in, if we wanted that. But we don't want to go to the goblin camp just yet. At least I don't. I usually don't go there until way later. That butterfly is flying in the earth. I'm so sorry for that, honey. Please come out. No, yeah, I usually do that way later. So I am keeping it for us for now. Let's get some mugwort over here as well. I think there's another survival check here.
Transforming into a mind flayer might have its perks. At least then I can float over this muck.
Not one for roughing it, I see.
Wallowing in filth is for pigs and children, my dear.
Pigs, children, and people with a little bit of grit.
Well, he doesn't really have a lot of grit. Also, that is a berry bush. I was just gonna ask how that bush looks so edible. And someone's talking in our left ear right now.
That's curious.
As I said, a survival check. You can tell I've played this game so much that I know where every check is. But it has its perks. Some meat. Interesting. And immediately we are encumbered again. I think we'll just do not the heavy backpack. Camp supplies. We're just gonna put everything from the camp supplies at home. That already does a lot. We gotta go sell stuff again. Let's do weight. What's heavy? Oh, the cauldron is super heavy. This is ours. The water can go to camp as well. Nice. That's fine. That's fine enough. And someone's talking in our left ear, so let's check on that entirely non-scary situation as well. This tree looks cool. I would immediately make witch soup in here. As a child, also it generally looks really cute, and I would make flower crowns and just be absolutely and entirely non-scary.
You're both this close to getting a slap.
Enough! We know you have her.
Please, we just want Mayrina back.
Interesting, interesting. I wonder if we have a potion of mind reading or something that would be beneficial right now. Do we? That was not what I meant to do. Type. I don't know what it looks like, so I'm just kinda this one. Let's drink it. I think it would be good for this conversation because we don't have
We don't want any trouble.
much intelligence.
Getting some if you don't fess up.
Interesting.
For the love of all that is holy, I've never clapped eyes on your poor sister.
Drop the act, hag. You was the last to see Mayrina.
Just let her go.
please.
Thank goodness you're here, sweetie. I don't know what's come over these boys.
Auntie Ethel's face creases with false concern. You realize she's lying about seeing this girl, Mayrina.
Stop this! We won't ask again!
I wonder now what the best option here is. Let's just call her out. How about that? You're lying. You have seen this girl.
Bollocks! You were supposed to rush to my defense, love. Fat lot of good you are. Some advice? You ever darken my door, you'd best have that head bowed and an apology at the ready. Bye-bye now.
Bloody hells. She just disappeared. Ain't seen nothing like that before.
She could shoot fireworks out of her backside for all I care. The hag has Rena.
Will someone please tell me what's going on?
It's our sister, Mayrina. She's... well... she was in a bad way after her husband died.
Started saying weird things, like how she was gonna bring him back.
Next thing, she's gone looking for the hag. Of all the stupid things to do. And we haven't seen her since. And no good ever came from dealing with a hag.
None of this matters, all right? We need to get her back, and fast.
I'll bring Mayrina home.
Are you joking? I ain't got a clue who you are. No way I'm leaving Rena to you.
But, Joel...
Not a chance. We're getting her back on our own. Now, come on.
Well, I tried. Bye-bye now. So yes, we have verbal confirmation that Auntie Ethel is a hag. So absolutely non-scary, as I said. The hag is maybe one of the things that does get me in terms of scariness in this game. Because I'm like, is there just cheese here? It's just random cheese. Or is that... a carrot. Some Siobhan carrot potato. Interesting. I get pretty uncomfortable with like, which I guess anyone does, but with like taking advantage of weak people or like people who are weakened, and like Mayrina, who was sad and she went to see, you know, someone who could help her, and then taking advantage of the helpless. I think that just makes me like morally uncomfortable. So that's one of the things that does get me in this game. I think it is super scary, but you know, we're having a comfy time. So there's a loving note here.
A chill runs up your spine. You feel like you're being watched.
Okay. Interesting. We might have advantage on this. Because we have +2 from nature proficiency, -1 from intelligence, but it's nature, so we might be good at this. So, okay, no benefits from that, but we could add a bonus. Maybe we could have our boy cast guidance again to see if that's maybe enough. It's probably not enough. It's not enough. But you know what, let's leave it at that. We just failed. We didn't notice anything unnatural.
The place has a quiet sense of calm. You can't see anything strange.
That's alright. Everything's fine, we just go. There's a loving note. Take a breather, lovelies, and have a bite to eat on me, Auntie E. And there's some juicy apples in here. As you can see, they poison you for 10 turns. Something was off about that apple. So these juicy poison apples we're not gonna pick up. I wonder if that's the same about this cheese we picked up. If that cheese is now in our camp supplies or if it's somewhere else. If we go like latest. No, so it is in camp supplies potentially. Is it just cheese and stuff? Oh, Siobhan is not a cheese. Literally didn't know that word. Okay, so some goat. Sure. Perception failed.
Traps. How considerate.
Interesting, there's traps in here. There's a sheep. Let's find a sheep. Let's just save again. I want to talk to a sheep. Hello, sheep.
Sheep's voice warbles. You realize it's trying to say bar.
Let's try animal handling. We're really good at animal handling, that's nice. Nice, very good. It's interesting that the rolls we would need help on, we don't roll that high, and we roll high enough without any help on these ones.
The smell of rot assaults your senses as the illusion vanishes. The murderous glare of a redcap, a fey creature known for its bloodlust, greets you. He seems unaware that his illusion has failed.
Take a deep breath and say bah. So this is horrible. I hate it here. I hate it here. This is horrible. So we now know that we are in a hag's swamp, and we can actually now, I think, look at the basket and see that it is poison apple. Yes, all the illusion has faded, so everything that we looked at here, no, that was the second basket actually, is actually an illusion, and it's horrible here. I hate it. But also, we don't need to deal with the hag right now, and actually we shouldn't, because it is very much recommended to deal with a hag at higher levels. And while level 4 is doable, level 6 is comfortable and level 5 is okay. So I would stick with not doing that for now. We just want to get to the Koga investigation. So we want to know why the hell Koga was visiting someone in this hag swamp, or
in it.
you know, going somewhere. She was going somewhere to find something or whatever with something with the shadow druid, so we have to learn about that. So let's just take a stroll through this horrible place. Let's also talk to people about it. I don't know if they have a comment.
So, Will did the right thing, and it earned him a set of horns. Let that be a lesson to us all.
You have a bit of bush in your eye.
Copper for your thoughts.
How are you so much taller? But I think no one has a comment on this.
I can't help feeling Will got off lightly. The wrath of the hells is second only to the wrath of the heavens. Having a devil in our camp will certainly make things interesting. Never a dull day, is there?
I love him so much. I love the, like, barbed bulrush. More poisoned apples. I love it. Maybe this would be a tree if the illusion is still there. I've never gone through quite as much of this place, quite a lot of this place, without breaking the illusion. Like, the first time I played it.
Sweet woodland to stinking swamp. Can you do tricks like that, Gale?
Easiest thing in the world. Though I'd do it the other way around.
Fair. The first time I played it, I actually fully didn't understand that there was an illusion because I immediately broke it. So I actually think this is one of the instances where it's better to, like, not break the illusion immediately, because you get to talk to the sheep.
Someone's left a trap out for us.
And I think talking to the sheep is fun. Where the hell are we? I'm, like, losing navigation. Oh, we just went back to the beginning. That is not where we want to be. Okay, let's go back down. Let's go over here. And let's not walk into the traps. Those are really annoying. We immediately walked into the trap. Girly. Okay. We have open wounds, which is super great for... These are all probably poisoned apples, yeah. Super great for the red caps, I'm sure, if we're just bleeding all over the place. I don't know if a short rest will take care of that, so I'm gonna let them just bleed for a little while and then take care of it once the turns are over where they bleed. I don't want to have a short rest now and then they just, you know, constantly bleed. And just take more damage.
Looks like we missed all the fun.
How did our nature fail? We are...
I wonder what kind of creature could have caused so much damage.
It was absolutely the red caps, I can tell you that. Someone else apparently rested here and they didn't realize that it was an illusion. That is sad. Okay. You're... Oh. Well. They're diseased now. They saved that veil. The open wound is starting to rot. They have disadvantage on a bunch of stuff. That's not great. They have a lot of food here. That's great though. On so many turns, dear God. Can I do something about that? Can I do lesser restoration? Does that help? It does. Why did you save? What? That was weird. But that's only on a short rest will we get that back, so we'll see, I guess, what happens with Karlach. This is a red apple that I hope is not a poisoned apple. But whatever. We'll leave the half-eaten one. Let's see what's in here. I'm so sorry, Karlach. You're just in pain. Actually, theoretically, I guess we could prepare that spell, because we do have it. We could get rid of, like, Thunder Wave, maybe, and we could put in Lesser Restoration as a normal spell we can cast and just cast it. There you go, girl. Okay. Now we are done with this area. Let's just walk as far as we can so that the map is kind of maxed out there. And let's walk over here. We're just getting, like, this map space filled out. We can fill out more of this. There will be a little hole here where we just can't get to. But that's as it should be and as it will be. At some point we should also have a little rest because there's a fight coming that I know of. But we have a little bit more walking to do before that. Some more stuff. We'll walk as far as we can. I know there's also a way to walk further into that corner, or is it this corner? I think it's this corner. No, it's not. As you can see, the sun is over here, and then if you, like, go over here, it starts getting dark, which I love that effect. It also kind of looks like a portal over there, which I like. Just very fun. Okay, then let's have a short rest so that we are all full up.
That put the wind back in my sails.
And actually, we didn't pick a celestial shape. So let's pick one. Interesting that these are now in the middle here and the Rothe is on the side of it. I would probably sort this differently because we got this recently, but it would go with the animals for me. I would say maybe we stick with the archer form. Nice. Cool. And now I think we have to jump over here. Let's see if we are good enough at that. Come on, guys. I'm waiting for everyone to join. Thank you, Gale. Now, there are some creatures over here. Exactly. So let's save for this little fight. As a reminder, here is the thing where we were supposed to investigate Koga further. So, that's why we're here. I wonder if I turned the music off, because there's usually, fighting music. I wonder if I turned the fighting music, like the music, entirely off. Let me just check the settings for a moment. Options. Because I did something to the music volume is really low. I actually can't hear it at all. Let's turn it up a little bit, maybe. Because I think it's actually good to hear some of it. But maybe that's just me. Let's see, I don't think we can hide. Let's just do full just shooting. Nice. And then let's walk further over here. Okay. That took more of what we needed. I hope the music isn't too loud for you. I just can barely hear it, so I turned it down really hard before. Also, to talk more about the fight, we're fighting Mud Mephit, Ancient Ones, and Wood Woads. Let's see if maybe now I can turn the music back down. You're getting some background information. Maybe 40. Yeah, I think maybe that's good. Very interesting. Woodwoods are very fun. Let us go over here. Come on. Nice. And maybe let's cast something. Actually, let's check if they have resistances. They do have poison immunity. How about the Woodwoad? He has lightning vulnerability and cold vulnerability, which is very interesting. I think we don't have anything lightningish prepared. I think Gale. Wait, do we have? We should have the cantrip. No, did we pick? What did we pick as feats? Because I think we should have the cantrip Shocking Grasp as a reaction, but that doesn't quite help us. Anyway, let's cast Moonbeam as a concentration thing at the beginning, because we can move it, and that's cool. And then bonus action, we can shoot a luminous arrow at the Mud Mephit. Nice, because they explode upon dying, and that like throws mud at everyone around, and it makes this fight quite messy. So I know the Woodwoads can also reanimate these, so we'll see. Oh, I'll just conjure more of them. He looks very dramatic in this light. I like it.
One can't always be a gentleman.
So, Gaily Bops. He has Ray of Frost, which is a cold thing, and he has Witch Bolt, which is lightning damage. So maybe let's try that. I also just realized I think we lost Shovel either in the fight, or she like last time, or she, when we slept, disapparated, which that's a Harry Potter term. I mean disappeared, which is normal. Let's try that.
On the double.
Nice, it actually worked. I was expecting it not to work, but that's great. We have concentration up on 2 of our fighters. Nice. Let's keep it at that. But I didn't even comment on the fact that Shovel isn't here anymore, which is fine. We'll get her back at some point. Okay. Now, Karlek, you are the furthest away. Let's say, I mean, you can Giant's Rage, but that doesn't give you more speed. I wonder if we can, like, she can't do anything with it. But let's try it, I guess. Let's Rage and see if she can throw something that far. Let's make you big, girl. Hell yeah. She should be able to move a little further, no? But it's fine. Look at these two next to each other. That's so funny. Okay, so throw something maybe. What can you throw? None of these are like throwing weapons. Do we have any throwing weapons? I guess a spear is a throwing weapon. Yeah, javelin. But we don't have enough movement. Oh, we can do that. Or that, I think, is better. Let's try the woodwood.
My little trick.
Look how far she can throw that thing. That's so cool. And that did a bit of damage. It's better because we had Tavern Brawler. I don't know why it was applied twice. I think that might be that something to do with the Giant's Rage? No. Did an additional 2 damage with melee and improvised weapons and 4 damage when throwing. So that means this is yeah, okay, so the rage did 4 additional. Interesting that it's it looks here like rage +2 and +2, but I think it's just 4. It says strength modifier is 4. This is also because of her class, I think, and then this is the damage it actually did. So oh, there's a resisting to piercing, so you would have done 13. Got it. That's cool. I was like, why is that so low? And now she has additional movement. I don't quite understand. Whatever. That's cool. More of the methods. I actually really like the methods. I think it's actually kind of sad that they're evil. Look at how cute they are. And I know there's an additional, like there's a guy in the 3rd act that's really sweet, that I really love. That's a method. A different kind. I think he's a stone method, but I love him. He's very sweet. He's one of my favorite NPCs. I say that to everyone, but he is pretty cool. He's not... Ooh, this would be great for like a fireball. Sadly, we don't have 3rd level spells yet. We do theoretically have stuff we could throw though. Like we have stuff that would be like a bomb. But let's for him stick with just shooting, I guess. Or do we have a... We have an arrow of ice, which these have a like the opposite of vulnerability to. I was gonna say the opposite of resistance to, so let's try that. I'd say that was pretty effective. Also because it exploded several of them, and he took, I think, mud. Like I think he took damage from that. And he's muddy, so he's all bent down, sweetheart. Yeah, okay, so the blasts do damage also. Cool. Very fun. I don't know if you want to go up to him and stab him. No, let's stay where you are. And the woodwood took damage from the moonbeam. We can move the moonbeam. This is in... I think this is because of my mod that is improved UI, so user interface. They are separately here, our concentrations. So dismiss wild shape is here, and luminous arrow, and move moonbeam. So it's really cool that the wild, because this is a wild shape, it doesn't interact with concentration. That's actually really great, because in actual D&D, as far as I know, while you're in wild shape, you can keep concentration on things. So if you were to cast like Call Lightning, which is a famous concentration spell, and then shapeshift like wild shape, you would still be able to cast it, like to move it, because that's how Call Lightning works, that you can cast it again as long as you don't lose concentration. But in this game, you do lose concentration on anything if you are in wild shape, so it's actually really cool that these starry shapes don't do that. That's really cool. That, I think, vastly improves the druid class. So I'm now wondering if I want to move this on him again or on the other one. Because this one is muddy, so he might be more easily... I don't know if that affects that actually, if that makes it easier for him to not... So his dexterity saving throws have disadvantage. I don't think this is a dexterity saving throw. It's a saving throw, but it should tell me what kind, I think, right? A con save, constitution, so that doesn't affect it, but let's still cast it on this one. Not on the javelin. He saved. He probably has high constitution. Let's actually check that. Yeah, that's very high constitution. So let's just shoot another lightning arrow at him. Okay, it is not a lightning arrow, it's a luminous arrow. It does radiant damage. Okay, let us get over here. Nice. Away from the water. Yes, let's do... It's actually fun, I like that dialogue from him. He said the lance board is set. Lance board is like chess in this universe, and it will come up in this game. Let's just activate Witch Bolt again. Nice, because they are vulnerable to lightning. That does do a little bit of damage. Let's have him walk over here. Hopefully he doesn't lose concentration because of the water or something. Nice. Okay, that's that. And the moonbeam took care of that. Thank you, Gale, for succeeding that concentration throw. Check. Save. Nice. How about you throw something else more? Another javelin. Maybe on these, because this one I actually don't want to... Like, I don't know, I think these are far away. That's good about them. Nice, and they take care of each other. That's very nice. And we can only do like a pommel strike, which is non-lethal, so that doesn't do much. So let's do that. Let's not do that. Let's go to our boy. I actually don't think... Yeah, you can't target plants. Let's stab you. Stab. Nice. I think that was a very nice battle. We took barely any damage. Very cool. I think the only one who took damage was Gale, and he took the 3 hit points from... I love how the light is like just on this body. From that mud throw, so it wasn't ever that serious. So that's cool. And this is on unbalanced difficulty, so it's, you know, it's fine. We're learning lots of recipes, and we can pick up the javelins that our girl threw. Ooh, and the shield. Let's get all this stuff. Right, we're in. Let's dismiss that. Can we dismiss that? No. You're so dumb.
That put the wind back in my sails.
Sorry, that was just super stupid. Cast Cure Wounds on yourself, girl. She was standing in the moon thing. Why is it up here? Give me that. She was standing in the moonbeam and hurting herself. Which is obviously super stupid. My mistake. But that's also how she broke concentration on it, by being hurt by it. Oh, really dumb. That wasted a lot of the short rests, but that's fine.
Let's have a look.
She's gonna get entangled. Oh, she's not. The sparkle hands. Let's look at our, like at what we find in a bit. There's a wooden crevice here.
Must be the tree from the note to Korga. What's that cleft there?
Exactly. Nice. Something to be read. Yes, now we are entangled, because these are twisting vines. Have we gotten everything from over here? We have, so we can just walk out of that. Okay, now let's look at what we have. Maybe we can actually just have another rest soon. Let's go to latest. We got the letter, we got the shield, Woodwode shield. I do love that. We aren't really using our offhand scimitar, so it would probably be good to deal with that. Oh, I was like, why are we vulnerable to lightning and cold? It's because we're wet. And because we're standing in water. I think we can carry it. And it gives us Wounds and Snaring Strike, which is a conjuration spell, and your attack summons thorny vines that possibly ensnare your target. Is obviously very druid coded. So I do like that. Is there something else that is reliant on us not carrying a shield? No. I don't think so. So let's try that. I love the way it looks with just the scimitars, but I mean, look how cool that is. That is massively cool. So maybe we'll do that for now. We're holding it super weirdly. Like, where is the grip? Where are we holding it? But it does look cool. I don't think you have it out all the time, but it's still cool. I think we should try it. Are you holding it right now? I think it's better, potentially. But yeah. And then we got the Sparkle Hands. Conductive strikes. On a hit with an unarmed attack, the wearer gains 2 lightning charges. Effective transmitter. While imbued with lightning charges, attacks against metal constructs and foes wearing metal armor gain advantage. So these are part of a set of armor, or it's not even really a set, it's like several. It's too many items to wear at once. If I've always wanted to create a character that can wear all of them, or like the ones that go together, but they're not yet helpful to us, sadly. They'll be better later. But we can read the text here. It says, sometimes I just want to feel that spark. The spark struck said, feel the lightning course through me. Because the spark struck is important. Or important. She's a character that's important. I think it's she. I don't know if it's they, them. I think it might be they, them. They're important, so. Letter to Koga. This is why we're here. Koga. Aladdin has sent word of your progress. I am pleased that the Rite of Thorns has begun. I depart soon from Cloakwood to Baldur's Gate. Should you need further aid from my circle, now is the time to ask. Once cloistered, the Emerald Grove will be the Shadow Druid's domain, and you, its first druid. In Faldorn's memory, Archdruid Alis. So, that's very interesting. We found the tea. A second note proved that Koga is in league with the Shadow Druids. This could explain why she wants the tieflings gone. So, we should get back to the Emerald Grove. I would walk a little bit more through here, but not very much further, just like this bit. Ooh, I could click that before. That was very interesting. I could loot something here. Was it the vase? No. That was a bit weird, but let's get the dirt mound undone. So we should get back to the grove. I guess. I'm wondering if we'll do that next episode. Jet and Pink Rose die. We're encumbered again. I think maybe we'll do that next episode. I think for now this is enough. I still love her animation for climbing. Everyone else climbs on like one leg, and because we're short, we like bump on our back, on our little A's. Okay. We're encumbered, that's fine. Nice. Okay. Now maybe I wonder if we'll end this episode here, or because we're kind of done with this area now. There's still main area of the Hag Swamp over here, but maybe we'll just fast travel to the Emerald Grove environs, I don't know, so we can start there next time. We'll just check out what they have to say next time. Let's make us unencumbered for next time. Wheat. Let's send the rope to Karlak and all this stuff, so next time we can sell some stuff and make some money. That would be easier to carry. So I think we did quite a lot this episode. We got a lot of the hag's swamp done. We figured out she is a hag, even though we knew that before, but you know. So we did the hag stuff. We figured out a lot about Koga, so we can stop the Rite of Thorns, or at least expose her lies. That's really interesting and fun for next time. For now, I hope you enjoyed this and that you still enjoy this series. It is one of my favorites to record because I'm obsessed with this game. If you did, feel free to leave a like and a comment. I love talking to you guys. And yeah, I hope whatever you do next, it goes super, super, super well. Super well. And if that is sleeping, sleep well. Sweet dreams. And good night.